All right, Screen Team is still going strong. We've got another segment for you, and we've got another superhero film for you. This one is called Deadpool 2. If you saw the first Deadpool, you know what we're getting into with this review, all right? Do you have your Deadpool shirt on, Guy? Look at that. I didn't even notice that. You're sporting...
I went to go see it wearing my Deadpool shirt, my Deadpool socks, my Deadpool pants, and even my Deadpool underwear.
That is dedication, my friend. You really love this character.
I have been a fan of this character since '91 when he first debuted in X-Force.
What's up with that? Your phone cover. What's that? Who's on there?
Who do you think?
Is it Spider-Man?
Yes. It's Spider-Man.
I think it's safe to say that Guy has an affection for Deadpool.
Very much so.
Did you like the first one?
Loved the first one. I saw it 6 times in theaters, and the day it came out in Blu-ray, I owned it.
6 times? My goodness. That is dedication, my friend. So Deadpool...
My Stubbs card paid for itself on that film alone.
Deadpool 2 comes out. Now, this time, we know what we're getting into. Ryan Reynolds comes back as our Deadpool character, but we have a different director with this one. Were you worried going into this film? Did you feel like maybe we might not live up to expectations?
Well, I'm worried with sequels anyway, worried about expectations. But it's one of those, I had a little bit more faith simply because Ryan Reynolds was still helping to write and craft the ideas and the story. Sure. And this is a character that Ryan Reynolds was born to play.
True.
You look, even going all the way back to like Van Wilder and Two Guys and a Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Has been Deadpool.
Yeah.
Always been Deadpool. In fact, before he even became Deadpool, he was doing his shtick of snarkiness on the set of Blade Trinity. And one of the guys brought him an issue of Deadpool in which he called himself Ryan Reynolds being bitten by a radioactive Shar-Pei.
My good. So
even the comics understood this is Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah.
So as long as he is in charge of the story and the idea, has got the blessings of Marvel and Rob Liefeld who created him, for the most part, you're going to get what you expect.
And did you get what you expected with this film?
Yes, I actually did. I fully expected to get the Merc with the mouth. I also expected to get some rehashed and retreaded jokes that weren't nearly as funny, but, still got a chuckle. I got that. But I also expected to get an advancement of the story, which I did. And then I also expected to get a whole bunch of screw you to consequences, and by the end, I got exactly that as well.
She sure did. We meet some new characters in this one. First off, let's talk about Cable, played by Josh Brolin.
Perfect casting. I thought he made a great Cable.
He did. He really did. I don't know why. I'm not really the biggest Josh Brolin fan of him personally, but in movies, I think he's a knockout, especially what he did vocally with Thanos and what he did in this movie. It
wasn't just vocally. He mocapped Thanos.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He mocapped really?
That's why it, A, looks so much like Josh Brolin, but B, has that same weight and gravitas that he brought to Cable.
Right on.
He still has that because they mocapped him.
Yeah.
He is Thanos.
Yeah.
Just like Mark Ruffalo is Hulk. He mocapped all of Hulk's stuff. That's why he looks like him.
Yeah. So we've got Cable in this film, and Cable is a time-traveling super person, right?
He is a mutant. He is a time-traveling mutant. He was actually the son of Scott Summers and
Jean Grey?
No. Emma Blaze, who was captured, taken to the future, injected with a technovirus, which that metal that's growing on him is actually a virus that's slowly turning his body into metal.
Oh, wow.
And then as that, he starts learning about past events and comes back to help correct things through time travel. But yeah, that's actually Cyclops' son.
Did not know that. See the things you learn here on the Screen Team?
Really?
The more you know, right? We also introduce another new character to the Deadpool universe, and Domino is in this film.
Love Domino.
And what is Domino's special ability?
in the movie they say her mutant ability is luck. Actually, it's statistical probability manipulation.
Is that what it is?
Her mutation is if she looks at something like a gun that's about to fire, she can manipulate the statistical probabilities to make it misfire so she doesn't get shot.
Oh, wow.
But if you catch her off guard, that's when you can affect her.
Yeah.
They boil it down to just simply saying luck because it's a lot easier to say.
Sure.
But yeah, her mutant ability is luck.
Yeah. I thought both of those characters, both Josh Brolin and the Domino character, were just they were fun. They were both fun, and you didn't like them?
The best character of the whole film, Peter.
Peter was good. Peter was good.
Peter was the best character. It's going to be the easiest one to cosplay, too.
That's right. He is. He is. So all in all, man, the entire film, what I thought was interesting in this film is obviously you got the same beats of being funny and breaking the fourth wall. But in this film, you also see that Deadpool, or Wade Wilson, has a heart.
Well, you saw it in the last one, but mainly it was getting stuff shoved through it. Yeah, you see that, but what you also see is they did something that through the course of the film I was worried about.
Which was?
Should we go ahead and just call spoilers?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, spoilers. Vanessa dies early on. Right at the beginning, they kill Vanessa, which was his entire motivation from the first film. So he's in a depressive funk through the whole film, and then at the very end, he takes Cable's time traveling and saves Vanessa. And in the post-credit scene, which also has some hilarious
moments. Really good stuff in there.
Which is their way of kind of balancing that out. I was afraid that they were gonna, just stick with that and keep him all kinds of depressed and stuff, and then that's not him. I thought that was very well done. But once again, you knew the tone that was going to be set for this film in the opening credit sequence, which was a Celine Dion song that made it look like a James Bond opening.
Yeah. And
then he was killing Yakuza to 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton.
Right. There's also...
Because,
That's right. He's also trying to save a young mutant from getting into a future that it's not the best for him. And
nope.
And so he's trying his best to not only save this mutant's life, but also put him on the correct path. And Cable's trying to kill that mutant, and there's a whole bunch of that going on. And Deadpool's just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, it all bases on that whole temporal paradox argument in all time travel.
Yeah.
If you can go back in time to this particular moment in time, why don't you go back in time to stop this, or why don't you go back in time to stop this? And they addressed that. They asked him Cable point blank, and he said, "I only have enough power to one trip back, one trip forward, and the further back you go, the less control you have." At which point Deadpool looks at the camera and says, "That's just lazy writing," which it is. But it answers that paradox question. If you have the chance to stop something bad from happening, would you? Or would coming back to stop that cause more ramifications than you could possibly imagine? Is destiny predetermined, or can you change fate by altering time?
It's a great question.
It's as old as time travel movies and time travel stories. It's always been there. It always will be. That's just a construct argument. However, the idea that nobody knows but you who is going through the time stream. Nobody else knows what's going on, so you can make adjustments without there being, anything negative, or you can make positive adjustments or whatever. Again, has been done before, but it works really good this time.
Yeah.
The other thing that I think was fantastic in this film was one of my favorite comic book characters was brought to life the correct way.
And who would that be?
Juggernaut.
He was a big dude in this film.
He's a big dude in the comics.
Big dude.
It's not Vinnie Jones.
Big dude. Or is that the Last Stand guy? Yeah.
Honestly, this is how Juggernaut should be, and I thought it was great. Downside being because the first Deadpool movie had a budgetary constraint of like $16 and a ham sandwich. They're kind of hindered here as well, and unfortunately, in the Juggernaut Colossus fight, it really does show.
Yeah.
It really feels like, fluid, lifeless puppets being just chunked around. It doesn't feel like there's any weight to it. It doesn't feel like there's any, whatever. It just doesn't have any heft to it.
Yeah.
It's the same problem I had with the Black Panther Killmonger fight at the end of Black Panther in the third act. When you start doing a pure CGI battle, if you blow your money earlier on in CG, which they did, by the time you get there, you should have diverted funds to make that better. If you're going to do a huge CGI battle between two big behemoths that are CG, make it count. Rampage, perfect example. Those were CGI creatures that felt real, felt weighty. It was one of those when they hit something, you felt it. You felt like the weight of them hitting against brick and mortar was the actual weight of something 500 pounds hitting brick and mortar. Not so much here.
Right. So with Deadpool 2, are you going to mark it on your calendar when this comes out on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever? Are you going to go and get it first day out?
Absolutely, because people do still try to buy those overpriced drink coasters.
Do you do the digital?
I do the digital. I do the digital simply because it's one of those that if I'm at home and the TV's being utilized by the rest of the family and I just want something to do, I'll play it on my tablet.
Oh.
But yeah, I do the digital. But it's one of those that I will buy a Blu-ray physical copy. I mainly buy them for bonus features. Sure. That's what I like.
And I'm sure this one's going to have a lot of deleted scenes with outtakes and things of that sort, too.
Oh, absolutely. But it's one of those that I'm probably going to go see it a couple more times in theater because I've got, a couple more outings with some friends to go see it. But they absolutely, it's one of those that they'll go watch another movie, but this is the kind of movie they want to watch with me.
Yeah.
Because this is all meta humor, and I'm all about that. I will say two words and just leave it at that. Baby legs. I'll just leave it at that.
And I think that's a great place to leave this review. He is a guy. I'm Chris. The movie is Deadpool 2. And remember, we're all about movie reviews. You can check us out at ScreenTeamPB.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Check us out. And remember, we're the Screen Team. We want you to know before you go.